Eloise Darrow, a renowned human anthropologist, was giving a lecture on the complex tapestry of cultural expressions that define human civilization when her phone buzzed. It was a secure message from an unknown source, marked urgent. She excused herself and stepped out, her curiosity piqued. On her phone was a detailed digital dossier containing bizarre technological anomalies and cyber intrusions on Earth, all tracing back to a distant star system, Xiphoria. Eloise, known for her expertise in interstellar sociocultural systems, was asked to consult with an international coalition seeking to understand these events. Intrigued and concerned, she agreed to join their secret meeting the next day. At the coalition's headquarters, tucked away in a nondescript building in Geneva, Eloise met with a diverse group of scientists, military strategists, and diplomats. They gathered around a large holographic display showing a network of data breaches and cyber anomalies. "Dr. Darrow, we've been tracking these incidents for months," explained General Ramirez, the head of the coalition's security team. "Every analysis points to Xiphoria. They're siphoning cultural and technological data. It seems they are desperately trying to innovate, bypassing the usual diplomatic channels. Why would a civilization as advanced as the Xiphorians resort to stealing from us?" Eloise pondered aloud, her mind racing through potential cultural motivations. Perhaps they see something in us that their own society lacks. Human creativity, perhaps? Our ability to think outside the box is well documented, suggested Dr. Lin, a cyberanalyst. Or desperation, added Ambassador Thorne. Intel suggests Xiphoria faces a severe ecological crisis. They might be looking for a quick fix in human ingenuity. Eloise's interest deepened. If that's the case, then they misunderstand the essence of our creativity. It's not just about the technology, it's about the human spirit, our emotions, and ethical considerations. The group agreed that understanding the Xiphorians' motives was crucial. Eloise proposed a risky but potentially rewarding approach. "What if I go there? As a diplomat and an anthropologist, I could offer help, understand their needs, and maybe correct their course." After a moment of silence, General Ramirez nodded. "It's unconventional, but these are unconventional times. We'll arrange for your diplomatic visit under the guise of a cultural exchange." Eloise's journey to Xiphoria was swift, thanks to the advanced interstellar propulsion technologies. Upon arrival, she was greeted with a mix of suspicion and reverence. The Xiphorians were tall, with luminescent skin that shimmered with their mood swings. Their leader, High Counselor Veronix, met her in the Grand Library, a colossal structure filled with data streams flowing like waterfalls. "Dr. Darrow, we are aware of your probing into our activities on Earth," Veronix began, his tone neutral yet firm. Eloise met his gaze, her demeanor calm and diplomatic. "High Counselor, I come in peace and with a proposal for mutual benefit. It's clear you value human creativity, however, the way you're going about it—" "We are a desperate people, Dr. Darrow," Veronix interrupted, his skin flickering with a blue hue of distress. "Our planet's core stability is linked to our technological progression. We sought inspiration from your kind to avert our energy crisis." Eloise nodded, understanding the gravity of their situation. "Inspiration can be shared, not stolen. Human innovation thrives on collaboration, ethics, and emotional inputs. What you need isn't just our technology but our approach to problem solving." Veronix considered her words, his expression unreadable. "And what do you propose?" "A true partnership," Eloise replied enthusiastically. "Let us work together, combining our strengths. We'll help stabilize your energy cores not just with technology, but with a new framework based on sustainable innovation and ethical practices." The High Counselor was silent for a long while, consulting silently with his advisors through their connected consciousness. Finally, he looked back at Eloise. "Your proposal is unprecedented, Dr. Darrow. We are, as you said, desperate. We will consider your offer." Eloise spent the following weeks on Xiphoria, working alongside their top engineers and scientists. She introduced them to human-centric design principles, emphasizing sustainability and ethical technology use. Together, they developed a prototype solution that integrated human emotional data into the Zyphorian energy matrices, stabilizing their power outputs more effectively than ever. As they witnessed the successful test of the new system, Vernix allowed himself a rare smile, his skin glowing warmly. "Dr. Darrow, it seems we have much to learn about the human spirit." Eloise smiled back. "And we have much to learn from you as well." The successful collaboration marked the beginning of a new era. As she prepared to return to Earth, Eloise looked at the flourishing partnership she had fostered. This was just the beginning of a promising interstellar relationship, one that would hopefully serve as a model for future interactions in the galaxy. Eloise stood before the assembly of Zyphorian leaders, her heart steady despite the gravity of the situation. She had spent the last week learning their culture, their fears, and their aspirations, and now it was time to address the root of their crisis. "The creativity and resilience you seek from humanity," Eloise began, addressing the council, "are not merely byproducts of our technology but are deeply ingrained in our cultural and emotional fabric. You cannot simply extract and replicate them without understanding the fundamental human experiences that drive innovation." High Counselor Vernix nodded, signaling her to continue. His luminescent skin, usually a calm indigo, flickered with shades of violet, a sign of his attentiveness and concern. "Consider this," Eloise said, pausing to ensure her words resonated with every member present. "Human innovation often comes from our greatest challenges, from our interactions, conflicts, and resolutions. It's not just a matter of science and technology but also of philosophy, ethics, and most importantly, our willingness to learn and adapt." The room was silent, the council members absorbing her words. Eloise knew she had to bridge the gap between human and Zyphorian thinking to help them see the potential of a true collaboration. "I propose a pilot project," she suggested, her voice confident. "Let's select a team of Zyphorian and human experts. Together, we can develop a solution for your energy crisis that integrates Zyphorian technology with human creative processes. We'll focus on sustainability and ethical application, ensuring that the solution respects both our cultures." Vernix exchanged looks with his advisors. After a moment, he turned back to Eloise. "And if this project fails?" he asked, his tone cautious yet curious. "Then at least we will have learned from each other, and that knowledge will pave the way for future successes. But if we succeed, it will mark the beginning of a new era of cooperation between our species." The council murmured among themselves, the idea of learning from failure a novel concept in their culture. Eloise waited patiently, giving them time to discuss. Finally, Vernix stood up, his height towering over Eloise. "We will proceed with your proposal, Dr. Darrow. Let this project be a testament to our willingness to evolve and embrace new methodologies." Eloise smiled, relieved and excited about the opportunity. Over the next few days, teams were assembled, comprising experts in various fields from both worlds. They convened in a laboratory specifically set up for this project, equipped with the latest technology from Zyphoria and Earth. As the project commenced, Eloise worked closely with Zyn, a young Zyphorian engineer whose brilliance was matched only by his skepticism of human methods. "You suggest we integrate emotional data into our algorithms?" Zyn questioned, his tone a mix of intrigue and doubt. "Yes," Eloise replied. "Human creativity is often driven by emotional states. Joy, frustration, determination, these feelings can drive breakthroughs in unexpected ways." Zyn was hesitant, but as they experimented, incorporating qualitative data into the energy matrices, he began to see the impact of human emotional complexity on problem solving. The project evolved, blending technology with philosophy, data with intuition. Weeks passed, and the prototype for a new energy stabilizer was ready. It was more than just a piece of technology. It was a fusion of human and Zyphorian ingenuity, a device designed to adapt and evolve based on both logical parameters and emotional feedback. The testing phase was tense. The entire council, along with Eloise and her team, gathered as the device was activated. Initial fluctuations in the energy outputs made the council uneasy, but Eloise remained calm, trusting the new integrated system. Gradually, The device stabilized, and the energy outputs began to exceed all expectations. It didn't just work, it adapted, improved, and optimized itself in ways that pure Zyphorian technology never could. Vernix was the first to break the silence. It appears we have underestimated the value of human emotions in driving innovation, he admitted, his skin glowing a bright shade of green, signaling respect and gratitude. Eloise nodded, pleased with the outcome. This is just the beginning, she assured the council. What we've achieved here can lead to more than just solving your energy crisis. It can open doors to new ways of thinking, new technologies, and deeper cooperation. As the project concluded, Eloise prepared her report for the coalition back on Earth. The success of the project had proven her theory that the fusion of human emotional intelligence with Zyphorian technological prowess could create solutions that were greater than the sum of their parts. Her final evening on Zyphoria was spent with the project team, celebrating their success. Ziwayan approached her, a smile playing on his lips. Dr. Darrow, I must confess I was skeptical of your methods. But now I believe there might be more for us to learn from humanity than just technology. Eloise raised her glass in a toast. To new beginnings and unexpected friendships, she declared, her heart full of hope for the future of human-Zyphorian relations. As she looked around at her team, now her friends, she knew that this was merely the first step in a long journey of mutual discovery and respect. Eloise sat across from High Counselor Vernix and his advisors in the chamber that buzzed with a tension palpable enough to alter the ambient lighting, traditionally a soft blue, now flickering with streaks of red signaling the council's anxiety. Today, she was more than a diplomat. She was a harbinger of change, ready to unfold the final act of their collaborative project. High Counselor, esteemed members, Eloise began, her voice steady and imbued with a resolve that resonated around the room. We stand at a pivotal moment, not just for Zyphoria but for what it means to truly collaborate across civilizations. Vernix nodded, his features taut with the weight of impending decisions. Dr. Darrow, your project has brought us to this point, but you speak of more than just technological success. Please elaborate on your vision. Eloise leaned forward, her hands clasped together in a gesture of openness. Our success with the energy stabilizer was profound, yet it was merely a symptom of a much larger potential. Throughout this project, we've integrated human emotional insights with Zyphorian technological prowess. What if this is just the beginning? What if we could expand this integration into all facets of Zyphorian technology? The room fell silent, the idea settling among the council members like a challenging new puzzle piece. Eloise continued. Imagine technologies that not only perform tasks but understand and adapt to the emotional and ethical contexts in which they operate. We have a chance to pioneer systems that are truly sentient, in a way that respects both our cultures. Ziwayan, now an advocate for Eloise's methodologies, added his voice to the conversation. The prototype's success demonstrated that our previous approach lacked a dimension, humanity. Dr. Darrow proposes we explore this dimension, not exploit it. Vernix, traditionally a figure of stoicism, showed a flicker of curiosity. And the ethical implications of such technologies? That's precisely why this next phase is crucial, Eloise responded. We proceed with transparency, mutual respect, and consent. We have the opportunity to set a galactic standard for technology that enhances life, respecting both the individual and the community. The council whispered among themselves. The notion of technology that respected individuality was revolutionary for a society that valued communal consciousness. As we consider this, Vernix finally spoke. What guarantees do we have that these technologies won't override our own values or priorities? Eloise's response was prepared, the product of many nights contemplating the very same question. We build safeguards into every layer. We establish a bi-species ethical board to oversee the development. This isn't about relinquishing control but about enhancing our control through cooperation and mutual understanding. A younger council member, previously silent, voiced a lingering concern. And the humans? How do we ensure this cooperation continues beneficially for both sides? Eloise smiled, anticipating this question. We propose a treaty, not just of technology, but of cultures. Regular exchanges, joint ventures, shared educational programs. We make this partnership so intertwined that the benefit is inherently mutual. Vernix looked around the room, reading the faces of his advisors. Finally, he stood, his height casting a long shadow that seemed to embrace Eloise in its reach. Dr. Darrow, you have not only brought us a solution to our crisis but have offered a path to a renaissance of Zyphorian civilization. We accept your proposal to move forward with this new phase, under the conditions you have outlined. Eloise exhaled, a mixture of relief and excitement coursing through her. Thank you, High Counselor. This marks a new chapter, not just for our worlds, but potentially for the galaxy. The days that followed were a flurry of activity. Agreements were drafted, teams were formed, and the news of the upcoming cultural and technological renaissance spread throughout Zyphoria and Earth alike. The initial successes of the collaborative projects were promising, heralding a new era of interstellar cooperation. In the closing meeting with the Council, Eloise received a commendation, an artifact of Zyphorian craftsmanship symbolizing high honor and deep respect. As she accepted it, she couldn't help but reflect on the journey. High Counselor, when we first met, there was much we didn't understand about each other. Eloise addressed the room. But through collaboration, we've begun to see that our differences are not just obstacles but opportunities. Vernix nodded, his skin now a serene shade of blue. Indeed, Dr. Darrow. You have taught us that the unknown isn't to be feared or stolen from, it's to be explored and understood together. As Eloise prepared to return to Earth, she looked out at the horizon of Zyphoria, its skies now streaked with colors more vibrant than when she'd arrived. It was a visual testament to the change that had taken place, not only in technology but in hearts and minds. She boarded her ship, carrying with her not just the physical token of Zyphorian gratitude, but a profound optimism for what the future held for human and Zyphorian relations. This was not an end but a brilliant beginning. Eloise stood before the newly established Bispecies Council, a diverse group of humans and Zyphorians committed to overseeing the ethical integration of their technologies and cultures. Today marked the official inauguration of the Galactic Innovation Treaty, and Eloise was chosen to deliver the keynote address, a testament to her pivotal role in this groundbreaking partnership. Ladies, gentlemen, and esteemed Zyphorians, Eloise began, her voice echoing slightly in the large, circular council chamber. Today we are not just making history, we are creating a future. The treaty we signed today is more than a document, it is a commitment, a promise to pursue progress not just for our own civilizations but as a shared journey towards greater understanding and mutual respect. Vernix, now co-chair of the council, followed her speech with his own, his tone reflecting a newfound appreciation for the collaborative path ahead. Dr. Darrow has shown us that our greatest resource is not the technology we build but the partnerships we forge. This treaty is our foundation for a civilization that values both individual creativity and collective achievement. As the speeches concluded, the room buzzed with a sense of historic importance. The signing ceremony was both symbolic and substantive, with each leader pressing their hand onto a biometric pad that recorded their unique energy signature, forever imprinting their approval. In the days that followed, Eloise helped facilitate the first joint venture under the treaty, a series of workshops aimed at integrating human emotional intelligence into Zyphorian technology. The workshops were held in a newly constructed facility that itself was a marvel of human Zyphorian architecture, designed to adapt its environment to facilitate optimal learning and creativity. During one workshop, Eloise observed a group of human and Zyphorian engineers collaborating on enhancing communication devices to operate across emotional and cultural barriers. Remember, the goal is to create devices that don't just translate words but convey the feelings and cultural contexts behind them, Eloise instructed, guiding the engineers through the integration process. The workshop proved to be a resounding success, resulting in the prototype of a new communication device that could adapt its interface and language in real time, based on the emotional state and cultural background of its users. This innovation was just the first of many that began to redefine interactions not only between Zyphorians and humans but potentially across the galaxy. Amidst the technological breakthroughs, the cultural exchanges flourished. Zyphorian artists visited Earth to explore human artistic expressions, while human musicians traveled to Zyphoria to perform and learn about Zyphorian harmonic structures. These cultural exchanges deepened the understanding between the two species, fostering a shared appreciation for their unique artistic languages and traditions. One evening, as Eloise attended a concert featuring both human and Zyphorian musicians, she reflected on the transformative power of these exchanges. The music, a blend of human melodies and Zyphorian harmonics, created a new sound that transcended their differences, a metaphor for the treaty's potential. As the concert ended, applause filled the venue, a sound accompanied by the soft glow of Zyphorian skins, their colors shifting in harmony with the music. Eloise felt a profound connection not just to the moment but to the promise of what was still to come. After the concert, Eloise met with Veronix. They walked through a gallery exhibiting collaborative art pieces, their conversation turning to the future. "What we've started here will grow beyond our lifetimes," Veronix said, looking at a painting that beautifully merged human and Zyphorian visual elements. "We've sown the seeds for a legacy of innovation and understanding." Eloise nodded, her thoughts on the generations that would inherit this legacy. "We've built a bridge, Veronix. Now others will expand it, explore it, and perhaps even find new lands to chart." As the treaty's first anniversary approached, Eloise prepared a comprehensive report detailing the successes and the lessons learned. The report, destined for both Earth's and Zyphoria's leaders, highlighted the technological advancements and the profound cultural enrichment that had emerged from the partnership. On the anniversary itself, Eloise stood once again in the council chamber, this time to present her findings. She shared stories of joint ventures that had led to significant advancements in energy, medicine, and communications, but more importantly, she spoke of the intangible gains, the friendships formed, the cultural barriers dismantled, and the mutual respect cultivated. "This treaty," Eloise concluded, "has taught us that when we view our differences as strengths and our challenges as opportunities, there is no limit to what we can achieve together." The chamber erupted in applause, not just in celebration of the achievements, but in anticipation of the possibilities yet to unfold. As Eloise stepped down from the podium, she felt a sense of completion but also the exciting stirrings of a new beginning, confident that this partnership would continue to flourish, driven by the boundless potential of united humanity and Zyphorian ingenuity.